So what are men doing that causes a woman to think that he is cheating on her when he's actually not cheating on her? This is a great question that Stacy, a childhood friend of mine, asked. Now, it's going to come in two forms. And these are the two most primary reasons why men who are not cheating find themselves in a situation where the woman is constantly doing things and starting arguments because she thinks that he may be cheating on her. The first one, and men, you have to watch out for these red flags in both situations. But the first one is the fact that you have a young lady. She was with another man. That man cheated on her. When she goes back and look at his behavior, when she thinks about what activity was going on that caused her to realize that he was cheating on her, if you were to do anything similar to that, she is going to think you are cheating. So let's say, for instance, that the way that a woman found out that a man was cheating is that she saw or intercepted the text messages that he had been getting from another woman, and he had been going into another room, turning his phone away from her, doing these sorts of things in order to make sure that she doesn't see what he's texting, or laying his phone flat down on the table, upside down on the table. And those were the reasons that she finally checked his phone and saw that he had been texting another woman, or going or walking into another room to take a phone call, receiving text messages in the late evenings, whatever the causation that created the effects of her discovering that he was cheating. Because she experienced this in the past relationship, the moment she sees you do something similar, all of a sudden you're cheating. You see, like for me, I lay my phone flat, face down on the table for two reasons. One, if we are having dinner or whatnot, I don't want the phone to be a distraction to our conversation. Two, and this is the main reason, too many times, especially when I was a personal trainer, with my phone sitting face up, I've dropped weights or dropped something on my phone, cracked my phone. And I remember it was like 6 months in a row, I kept paying that $100 on the insurance to get my phone, to get a new phone or to get my phone fixed, because I kept dropping stuff on my phone. So I developed the habit of putting my phone face down. So now, when I encountered a young lady who, that's how she discovered that her man had been cheating on her, the fact that I laid my phone face down, she thought that I was the same personality, that I would do the same thing, because that's what she experienced in the past, and she's just living based on her experience. So the idea that this man is different from the other man doesn't cross their mind if he exudes anything that is similar to what she experienced from the previous relationship. All of a sudden she thinks that this man is cheating as well. That one can be dealt with. That one can be worked through. That one can be explained. You can work through that one to understand that he is not the same as the previous guy, and whatever habits he has those habits for a certain reason. For instance, if we're sitting watching television and I get a phone call, regardless of who it is, out of respect for the fact that you're watching television, if I'm going to take the call, I'll get up and go to another room. It's not because I'm trying to hide who I'm talking to. It's the respect of the fact that you're watching something. So why would I sit there and talk on the phone, interrupting you watching whatever it is? Because like for me, when I'm watching sports, I don't want to talk. If I'm watching a movie, I don't want to talk. And if you all of a sudden get on your phone while I'm watching it, that's rude. So by having those types of conversations, you can work through that situation if the person or if the relationship is deemed worthy enough to go through that process. Now, here's the other reason. This is the main one that I think many are facing and dealing with. And yes, even at our age. And that is the insecure woman, which means that you don't have to be doing anything. The only thing you're doing is breathing. On a personal note for that one, Stacy, I'm going to give the example that I'm going to give as a personal note just for you. Stacy, you probably don't even remember, but it was probably somewhere around 2015 that I was doing a live from Panama City. I believe we might have been, I don't know what I was talking about, but I know that you were talking, you were instrumental in the conversation. My brother came on the balcony while I was doing the live. I mentioned that you were on there or something like that. Somehow he knew you were on there. My brother makes the comment of when we get back, because I know I had just gotten out of a relationship a few months prior. He mentions that you and I and him and his wife should go on a double date. Neither you nor I agree to anything of the sort. A person who was on that live, I wound up dating and having a deep relationship with 4 years later. And when we got into the relationship, she wanted me to block you from my Facebooks and all that kind of stuff. She didn't want to see you on any of the lives, not because you and I ever went out, but because my brother made that one comment, and for 4 years she held on to that one comment that my brother made, even though you and I never went out on a date. As a matter of fact, you tried to set me up on a date. And you remember that? You remember that person? Yeah, I'm sure you do. But anyway, so the level of insecurity that was present in this person and is present in this person, because I don't know if it ever changed, because I excused myself from that environment. But the level of insecurity that some women have simply because they just don't have the confidence in themselves and they see everything as a threat. You can have a man that has friends on his Facebook page and she takes a great picture. He wows the picture or loves the picture, hearts the picture, and all of a sudden she has a problem. He can like the picture. She has a problem. You could be walking along the beach and you see women, and that's a problem. You see, the insecurities that some women have, no matter what that man does, he's going to be told that he's cheating. This is the type of person that wakes up in the middle of the night and goes through the man's phone and feels like she needs to go through his phone in order for her to feel secure within herself, to feel secure within the relationship. And yes, this still happens at our age. I'm 52. I'm not going to tell you what Stacey's age is, but this still happens at our age, that you can just be doing absolutely nothing, and that person will think that you're cheating simply because you exist. Because in their mind, every man cheats. In their mind, they have to be on guard to make sure and treat him like a child to ensure that he doesn't cheat. That she has to control his life and control his friends and who he talks to and what he sees and what he hears in order to make sure that he doesn't cheat. If a television show is on and that television show has sexy women in the show, we can't watch this because she doesn't feel comfortable with him seeing another attractive woman. That level of insecurity causes women to think that a man cheats. And here's the thing, that insecurity has multiple levels. Some women are up here with that level. Others are down here, and there are a bunch of them in the middle. And that insecurity is what causes people to cheat. I've always had the thought process, and hopefully it is adaptable to many other people. I can't do anything to stop a person from cheating on me. I can be the greatest person in their life. I can treat them the best they've ever been treated. If they have a desire to cheat, they're going to cheat. And if they're going to cheat, then they were never mine in the first place. So I don't worry about it, because I also know that if I fixate myself on the fact that she may be cheating on me or she could possibly cheat on me, that I'm going to be behaving in such a way that either is going to cause her to walk away from me, or it's going to be the driver to cause her to cheat on me. And I think that most people who cheat, at some level, they're driven by their mate to cheat on them. And most of the time, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you're pushing them and pushing them and pushing them. And at some point, the dam breaks. But what do you think? Always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.